Once capturing Fort Henry on February 6, 1862, Brigadier General Grant advanced cross-country to take Fort Donelson. By February 16, 1862, after a failed of the attacks aimed at Grant, the fort's 12,000-man garrison surrendered. This was a major win for Brigadier General Grant. It was also a grand catastrophe for the South. It made sure that Kentucky would always be part of the Union and opened Tennessee for a northern advance along the Tennessee and Cumberland rivers. Grant was awarded a promotion to Major General because of the victory. He became very important in the Western Theater, earning the nom de guerre, unconditional surrender. Because of the fail of keeping Forts Henry and Donelson, Confederate General Johnson was forced to step back, giving up Kentucky and most of the western and middle parts of Tennessee. So he decided to take Corinth, Mississippi. At the time, it was a major transportation center. Corinth was the staging area for Major General Grant and his Army of the Tennessee and the Army of Ohio, controlled by Major General Buell. Grant was waiting for Buell to meet up with them. Confederates prolonged the fight, which was a good surprise for the Union. Grant's 40,000 men took their time and attacked along the Tennessee River towards Pittsburgh Landing. Grant was training the new recruits because most of them never even fought before. Johnson wanted to attack Grant on April 4th, but things postponed the attack until the 6th. The morning of the 6th, Confederates attacked Grant's men. They surprised the Union. By the afternoon, the Union had a battle line at the sunken road called the Hornet's Nest. Union was surrounded. Johnson was fatally injured earlier, so his second-in-command was in charge by this time. Union established another line of covering in Pittsburgh Landing. The fighting continued after dark. By the next morning, Grant and Buell had their troops combined. After many attacks, Beauregard realized he could not win, and after suffering so many casualties, he retired from the field and headed to Corinth. General Bragg's army had seized the Union Army, which was under control by Major General William Rosecrans at Chattanooga. They cut off their supplies. On October 17th, Major General Grant received command of the Western armies. He moved in to reinforce Chattanooga and help supply Rosecrans' men with Major General George Thomas's. A new line was made. Major Sherman arrived with his 4 divisions in mid-November, and Confederates began offensive tactics. On November 23rd through 24th, Union forces struck and captured Orchard Knob and Lookout Mountain. By November 25th, Union soldiers assaulted the Confederates' position on Missionary Ridge. One of the Confederacy's 2 major armies was routed. The Confederates held Chattanooga, which was the gateway to the lower South. This became the supply and logistics base for Sherman's 1864 Atlanta campaign. In the end, the South did not do so well. May to June of 1863, Major General Grant's army all met from all directions on Vicksburg, taking the city and trapping a Confederate army under control of Lieutenant John Pemberton. By July 4th, Vicksburg surrendered after a long siege of attack. This is one of the most brilliant military campaigns of the Civil War. Pemberton's army captured an important hold on the Mississippi. The Confederates were very effectively split into two. Grant's successful in the West made him well popular, leading to General-in-Chief of the Union armies. The beginning of Grant's strong offensive against the Confederate Army of the Northern Virginia is also known as the Overland Campaign. This was fought at the Battle of the Wilderness on the morning of May 5, 1864. The Union 5 Corps attacked Edwell's Corps on the Orange Turnpike. This is going on as A.P. Hill's Corps during the afternoon encounters Getty Division or 6th Corps and Hancock's 2 Corps on the Plank Road. The fighting was hard, but inconclusive. At dawn on May 6, Hancock attacked along Plank Road, making Hill's Corps back up in confusion. Longstreet's Corps arrived in time to stop the collapse of Confederates' right flank. By noon, the Confederates had devastating flank. They were attacked in Hamilton's Thicket when Lieutenant General Longstreet was wounded by his own men. The 9th Corps, or also known as Burnside, moved against the Confederate center, but was taken back. Union Generals James S. Wadsworth and Alexander Hayes were killed. Confederate Generals John M. Jones and Micah Jenkins and Leroy A. Stanford were killed. The battle was a draw, but Grant did not retreat like the others.